Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. Where today we are going to be crafting.
No.
Keep reusing that joke. I should.
Tonight we're going to review the Archon Studios Dungeons and Lasers Vault 7 expansion room set. We built up a little mock-up here using the half walls and the opening and closing doors.
The main reason we used the half walls is because we couldn't use anything else.
So we just knocked it over. And the doors turned out pretty good. They're a little tricky. You'll want to do some sanding and filing on the nubs that stick into these glue-on hinge covers. But if you do that, I used my pin vise drill to bore out the cavities for the doors to fit in. That worked pretty good. Also used a regular file to file down the pins. Just a little because they had some flash attached to them, and I just wanted to make sure they had plenty of ability to open and close. They swing open really nice. Looking forward to doing the other doors for the sci-fi and the fantasy set.
Then, as you can see, we made a setup. We used these lights here, which I just pulled out, which we do believe that there needs to be more holes in here so that you can, well, for us it's more lights, but some people just put in the plugins, which aren't that important. We usually don't do that, but we think the lights are better.
But the holes, there's really, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes, basically. Even 3 holes per set.
There's many places that could have one if you look on both sides. There is.
Yeah, there were only 3 peg holes per room set, and we used 2 sets here.
If you look at this one, for example, on this side, you have this right here, which a hole could fit through. It might not look the best, but a hole could fit. And then on this side, you have
just an empty space where it could fit also.
Yeah, then, on one of the longer ones, you could fit a hole here, and just by feeling it, I can tell that
it's 2 holes in one of the walls.
I'll use this one as an example.
Yeah.
So on this side, you have these 2 spots, which something could fit in, and on the other side, you have
same thing.
These 2 sides.
So all in all, we would recommend, thinking about hole placement a little bit more. 3 just isn't enough. And with all the stretch goals that can plug into the walls, that would be really helpful. Also,
lights.
As we've said before, way back in the beginning,
you need more floors.
Thank you. Absolutely.
As you can tell, you have a lot of wall pieces, even if you ignore these pieces.
Right.
And technically
take out the other ones that I used
and replace them with these ones, you would still have some left.
Right. So our suggestion is to literally make...
Even though it is just one, and you could technically fill one of these.
Right.
However, you would then be missing the door. And
our recommendation is pretty simple.
Just make a pack of floors.
Yeah.
You could technically make a pack of doors, because there are some people probably that use more walls.
There is a set of doors.
I meant walls.
Yeah.
Is there a set of walls?
No, there's no sets of walls only.
There should be sets of both, because I can see why you would, like, if everything is really
if you're
compact,
making a maze,
yeah,
like a labyrinth, so many dungeons often have, more walls might be necessary. But I know we're not alone in thinking that there should definitely be more floors. If you made floor sets, even if it was only 2 sprues of floors, as opposed to 3 or 4, they'd still sell like hotcakes. So we're going to ask all of our friends out there in TV land to hit up Archon Studios in their comment section, or any way you want on their Facebook page or whatever. Let's see if we can't get them to think about popping out just floor sets for all the different room and core sets.
The one thing
maybe not so much the core sets, but definitely with the room expansion.
If you were to do it, then doing with the core sets would be good. The one problem with it is the molds for the floors are attached to the molds for the walls.
That's true.
So
that's true.
You would need to make an entire new mold.
Right.
You already have what it takes to make the mold. but you can't just reuse a set. There's no, I might be wrong. However, I do not believe that there is in any of the sets that there is a sprue that is just floors.
You're right, there isn't. I wish
So
there was. I wish there was.
if there was, you could just reuse that. But because the floors and the walls share the same sprue,
Right.
then you would need to find a way. Yes, you could make them more compact. However, you would need to replace the walls with floors.
Right. And I don't think that would be too difficult
But
in
it's
the
still
long run, and I definitely think it would drive up the sales for the individual rooms, in comparison, because, every time we build, we never run out of floors, but we always run out of floors. Sorry, I meant that the other way around. So, with all that said, let's take
put more holes in these.
yeah. Let's hit the lights and take a look at how it looks lit up. You want to hit that light?
I'll do it.
Not too shabby. It would have been nicer to have just a little bit more lights, and I wasn't sure what color to go with. I couldn't find blue lights. I didn't think green lights would go, or orange or yellow. I was lucky enough to find one set of clear lights, which is definitely something we need to look for this coming Christmas. But you see, he added a little Aslan in there.
Oh yeah, I did.
He's always adding something sneaky at the last minute.
That's why I got you. That's what I was talking about.
I gotcha. Try to be sneaky.
Yes.
But we really like this set. Let's hit the lights back on, shall we? Before we say goodnight to everybody. To be honest, this is one of my favorite of the sci-fi sets out of all of them. I am looking forward to doing the Temple of the Operators, but that won't be until later on in the year. I'm going to go and work on, I think, some fantasy stuff for next month, right?
Perhaps.
Along with some Rampart stuff. That stuff's been sitting in a box for 6 months, and I think it's time we actually worked with it and tried it out.
Yeah, we might want to do that.
I'm really looking
We
forward
never
to
did,
those
and
times.
we might want. Yeah.
But this set, it was a lot of fun, and it was really easy to paint it up. I want to show something real quick here. We showed in the last video, I think it was, this little gadget, this pin vise squirt bottle.
Pretty good. Pretty useful.
This set was really easy to use this with. The lines here and here, just squirt it in there very carefully, draw the lines, take your paintbrush, and absorb any little mistakes you might make along the edges, and boom, you're done. These little squirt bottles were a godsend. I wish I'd had these when we were doing the original sci-fi sets.
He means, yeah.
I had the same, wash, but not the same bottles. These bottles, I banged these sets out in like 2 days after I spray painted them with.
I mean, it was just spray paint and that, so.
Right, there weren't a lot of details that I thought needed to be highlighted, like the AI center. There were a few things I could have. I could have done these gauges and what have you.
This is a bare minimum required.
Yeah, but
I do a lot more, and it would look better.
But I think all in all, it turned out pretty good.
It's good, but it's the bare minimum.
Yeah, I didn't want to really take too much away.
We also use these again.
Yeah, the Hearst Arts
You never did the bottom.
cargo containers.
I
And,
never did the bottom. Why is that?
I don't know, just not necessary.
What if you want it like
I'm
this?
just gonna knock it over because they're dirty underneath. They've been sitting for a while. I don't know.
Okay.
So there you have it, folks. Short but sweet review of the Vault 7 from Archon Studios. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. Can't wait to use this in a Traveler game or any other sci-fi RPGs you might be into. It's definitely gonna. Will you stop killing everybody?
Why?
This would also go very well for a lot of tactical war games, tabletop board games, if you will. Whatever game you guys are playing, let us know what you're going to use these for, and please do us the solid. Hit up Archon maybe can get a grassroots campaign to get some more floors out there for
Those
us.
always work.
Well, sometimes they do. You know, they've listened to us in the past, and you know, let us know how you felt about the set. If it was your favorite, if not, which was your favorite.
Oh, that's stretched out a bit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what I was saying. These light sets.
I don't think there's anything that's stretched out well.
Yeah, no, we haven't had that issue before. Just because it was, you know, so few holes. So from all of us here at Shadow and Sun, hope you guys come back Thursday to check out our craft challenge with Nathan Allen. The little guy is going to be going head to head with a big time YouTuber with his own creation. We focus.
Yeah, no.
And until then, we hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on your way out, and we will see you real soon, right?
Yes, and that has been Shadow and Sun Show. And good night.
Bye, everybody.